Hi everyone, welcome back to Pages of the Globe. Today I'm going to be reading to you the short story, A Country Cottage, which is a realistic short story penned by the Russian master of short story writing, Anton Chekhov. It's about a young, newly married couple who are happily together in their company, even though they're not well off. They can't afford a holiday abroad for their honeymoon, so spend it roaming around a country station with their arms wrapped around each other, and they're basically just in marital bliss. So they're so happy that they don't really notice each other's faults, and they are blissfully unaware of the responsibilities that will be in the future as a married couple. They are jolted back to this realization by the untimely appearance of Sasha's uncle's family. Sasha's uncle's family is a large one depicting the future that awaits Sasha and Varya in the later stages of their marriage. Sasha and Varya are so annoyed with each other that their peaceful life has been disrupted by these intruders, and they start finding faults with each other. Thus, the uncle's family arrival was a foreboding to the young couple of their soon-to-be future, which they can't digest. There's only one supernatural element in this story, which is the moon's depiction. The moon is considered to be watching over Varya and Sasha, and it's jealous of their initial happy state because they have each other while she was alone in the world. The moon becomes even more sad and lonely after she sees the couple walking arm in arm around the country station. They are happy enough with their circumstances and see beauty in even the things that the world would otherwise not seem elegant or worthy of praise. Varya, in her heightened excitement and tranquil condition, feels she sees beauty and charm in the country wind and the station's telegraph poles. Now, Sasha and Varya were obviously happy until their uncle's family arrival. So when the moon sees the uncle's battalion, she realizes that she is indeed luckier than us mortals, because she does not at least have to entertain relatives, especially gatecrashers like the uncle's family. And she takes heart, and she's honestly the only one who's happy with the entire charade. Now, without further ado, let's get on to the story. If you would like to learn more about the author, Anton Chekhov, you can check out my previous videos. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below which short story you would like to hear next. Two young people who had not long been married were walking up and down the platform of a little country station. His arm was round her waist, her head was almost on his shoulder, and both were happy. The moon peeped from above the drifting cloudlets and frowned, as it seemed, envying their happiness. The still air was heavy with the fragrance of lilac and wild cherry. Somewhere in the distance, beyond the line, a corncrake was calling. "How beautiful is it, Sasha, how beautiful," murmured the young wife. It all seemed like a dream. "See how sweet and inviting that little copse looks. How nice those solid, silent telegraph posts are. They add a special note to the landscape, suggesting humanity, civilization in the distance. Don't you think it's lovely when the wind brings the rushing sound of a train?" "Yes, but what hot little hands you've got. That's because you're excited, Varya. What have you made for our supper tonight?" "Chicken and salad. It's a chicken just big enough for two. Then there is the salmon and sardines that were sent from the town." The moon, as though she had taken a pinch of snuff, hid her face behind the cloud. Human happiness reminded of her own loneliness, of her solitary couch beyond the hills and dales. "The train is coming," said Varya. "How jolly." 3 eyes of fire could be seen in the distance. The station master came out onto the platform. Signal lights flashed here and there on the line. "Let's see the train in and go home," said Sasha, yawning. "What a splendid time we are having together, Varya. It's so splendid, one can hardly believe it's true." The dark monster crept noiselessly against the platform and came to a standstill. They caught glimpses of sleepy faces, of hats and shoulders, at the dimly-lighted windows. "Look, look!" they heard from one of the carriages. "Varya and Sasha had come to meet us. They are there. Varya, Varya, look!" Two little girls skipped out of the train and hung on Varya's neck. They were followed by a stout, middle-aged lady and a tall, lanky gentleman with gray whiskers. Behind them came two schoolboys laden with bags, and after the schoolboys, the governess, and after the governess, the grandmother. Here we are, dear boy," began the whiskered gentleman, squeezing Sasha's hand. "Sick of waiting for us, I expect. You have been pitching into your old uncle for not coming down all this time, I dare say. Kolya, Kostya, Nina, and Fifa. Children, kiss your cousin Sasha. We're all here, the whole troop of us, just for 3 or 4 days. I hope we shan't be too many for you. You mustn't let us put you out." At the sight of their uncle and his family, the young couple were horror-stricken. While his uncle talked and kissed them, Sasha had a vision of their little cottage. He and Varya giving up their 3 little rooms, all the pillows and the bedding to their guests, the salmon, the sardines, the chicken, all devoured in an instant, the cousins plucking the flowers in their little garden, spilling the ink, filling their cottage with noise and confusion, his aunt talking continually about her ailments and her papa's having been Baron von Fitnich. And Sasha looked almost with hatred at his young wife and whispered, "It's you they've come to see." "No, it's you," answered Varya, pale with anger. "They're your relations, not mine." And turning to her visitor, she said with a smile of welcome, "Welcome to the cottage." The moon came out again. She seemed to smile, as though she were glad she had no relations. Sasha, turning his head away to hide his angry, despairing face, struggled to give a note of cordial welcome to his voice as he said, "It's jolly of you. Welcome to the cottage."